National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett. President Donald Trump's top economic advisor said he wants Democrats to vote to open the government, but understands why Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries have chosen the funding deadline to pick a fight. It was an interesting conversation we had with Hassett. Body language being very confident in their position. I think you see Republicans for the first time in a shutdown really unified and comfortable with where they're at. But here's what he said. Here's what Hassett told us about Democrats. And it was a pretty interesting comment. He said, quote, "The issue is that if you're a minority party, then you don't necessarily have a lot of leverage over anything. And there are a few things like debt limit increases and government shutdowns that give the minority party some leverage. I don't agree with the Democrats' position right now, but I do think that it serves democracy for the minority party to have some leverage now and then." Hassett, of course, came to the Punchbowl News Townhouse on Wednesday to talk about shutdown, tariffs, and even weighed in on the process to select the next chairman of the Federal Reserve. Here's what he had to say on the shutdown. Hassett said that, the longer it goes, that it could be damaging to the economy. He said that cabinet secretaries can use a shutdown, quote, as an opportunity to change the structure of the human resources team or whatever. And I think the hope is that doesn't happen and that Democrats come back tomorrow, the next day, open the government. He further said, but I think that it should put a lot more pressure on the Democrats to know that they're playing with fire a little bit because it's possible for cabinet secretaries, if they so choose, to have reductions in force. We also talked about the Fed. Trump has said that Hassett is one of the candidates to succeed Jay Powell as the next chair of the Federal Reserve. Hassett told us that he hasn't had a formal interview to be the next central banker. He did say that Powell should leave the Federal Reserve Board when his term as chair is up. And he also said he thinks the Fed should continue to cut rates aggressively. You can check out a lot more of our conversation, what he thinks the administration could do on tariffs, particularly to help some of the farmers who are struggling in this era, and how the administration is working really deeply. I think really went further than what I had heard this administration talk about their plans when it comes to some relief for farmers. Check that out. You can subscribe on our YouTube channel. Just search Punchbowl News. A really interesting conversation with the White House on day one of the government shutdown.